Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. Came close in Houston, but was traded, and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, DA. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right,
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
Now, here is Gallinari. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Ball against Curry. And here's Wiggins. Pass to Chris. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Dort grabs the miss. No good. Shot missing. Wiggins with some nice D. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Not many guys more lethal on the catch and shoot. That's an easy bucket for Thompson.
And so invaluable to your offense to have somebody like Klay Thompson spacing the floor.
I've said it, and I'll keep saying it. The most underrated player in the league. Shooting 42% from beyond the arc for his career now. But what's amazing is in 8 full years, he's never shot below 40 from 3 in one single season. And he'll lock you down on D. Few players, if any, can claim that.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Thompson outside. Trains the 3-pointer. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, can't afford to leave someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on a swivel.
Here's Paul. 33 points last game. They get it back, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Third is Stephen Curry.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
To the middle. Here's Adams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're back in business.
Wiggins outside. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Dort. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So we're going to say they're going to be familiar with each other, huh? But even so, these teams will learn about each other tonight. So much changes from year to year.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Eric Pascal comes in for Draymond Green. And both free throws good for Wiggins. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 7-point differential. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Down low. And Muscala kicks to Ferguson. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors leading by 7. The pass to Looney. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The layup missed.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Thompson for the triple. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And this is Thompson's calling card, a lethal three-point shooter with unlimited range.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Offensive rebound, Pascal. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins. Good season for him last year. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
First free throw is good. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Lee's subbed in for Thompson. Schroeder hits them both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Warriors leading by 8. Curry passes to Looney. 1:07 left in the first. Fires the 3. Pascal's shot is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Passes to Noel. Over Curry. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Warriors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Latrey up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Ferguson. No points in the game yet for him. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Curry against Schroeder. With the teardrop and the layup good by Curry. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Man, they built a monster lead here early on, and a lot of this is due to the game plan.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll return shortly. And earlier we spoke with Klay Thompson about the value of someone he's known a long time, Draymond Green.
Realize how easy it is to get looks from him, using his big body, coming off screens. Him being able to stretch the floor, knock down threes is such an underrated factor for us. And like I said, he's unselfish and he's a really good teammate as far as getting you involved.
Greg, you think about the championships they've won together. Incredible connection between these two.
Yeah, I mean, they have different styles, play different positions, but both are tough, competitive, and step up when it matters most.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Marquise Chris, Eric Pascal out there with Green, and it's Green, and it's Lee in at the point. Pascal inside, defended by Paul. Thunder trailing by 11.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Lee kicks to Green. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Chris gets the bucket.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
And, you know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that, and he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better.
It's good.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to their offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
The Warriors making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. he had a strong showing last season. 6th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And that one's good. Wiggins. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges means that he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Warriors leading by 11. Green dishes to Lee. Back to Green. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Chris. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Chris has got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Gallinari surveying the D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Consistent at looking to score. Gallinari knows how to put pressure on defenders and earn that call.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Gallinari.
And when Gallinari is healthy, he's such an effective player. I mean, a skilled shooter who really helps to space the floor for his team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Draymond Green. Thompson comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Stephen Curry in for Lee. Gallinari hits them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Thompson inside the line, and the shot is long.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Here's the teardrop, and Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Oklahoma City. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Astor Muscala to the wing right side. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Thompson. Ferguson misses. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game, 1st in the quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Over Wiggins. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Gallinari.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Chris finds Wiggins. Outside Curry. Takes the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
Passes it to Noel. He dishes it to Gallinari. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Eric Paschal, he's checked in for Golden State.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Curry against Schroeder. Curry deciding where to go with it. Teardrop shot. Here's Looney. Some solid defense from Gallinari. It could go. No good that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Draymond Green. Draymond, big front court on the other team. Was the game plan to make them adjust to you?
Absolutely. We know their size is what they were going to bank on. Pull them away from the rim a little bit. We were able to knock some shots down.
You look comfortable, and they did not. Thanks a lot, Draymond. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 38 points. For most of the past decade, Shaq, the Warriors have drafted near the end of each round, yet they've done a great job of uncovering gems.
Yeah, Draymond, 35th overall pick. Looney, 30th overall pick.
Eric Paschal, 41st pick. Elite.
We're about ready for the second half. We send it to Kevin Harlan with the play-by-play description. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back. Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And the Warriors with possession here. 10-point lead. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the three. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Pass to Paul. Over Green. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Paul. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the three ball. Paul's got the first field goal of the second half for the Thunder.
We've talked about the increase in Paul's range over the years. I mean, he couldn't be more confident in his shot right now.
Thompson passes to Curry. Outside, Green. The shot comes out, and the Thunder going the other way now. Paul outside. Here's the lob to Adams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
Here's Curry. a shot off that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And this young man, a rising scorer who continues to improve. Gilgeous-Alexander may soon be the focal point of every opponent's scouting report.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Green, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And the effort level of Gilgeous-Alexander drew rave reviews from his college coach as the hardest worker and most coachable player on the team.
The pass to Chris. Back to Green. Outside, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson finds Green. Jacks up a 3, and it's Green missing.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Here's Dort. The second effort. Good work there as it goes. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Curry against Paul. Pass to Thompson. Green left side. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Under trailing by 4, and we hear of players attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Klay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the 3rd day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year, but the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and the Warriors with some changes. Kevon Looney is checked in for Marquise Chris. Eric Pascal comes in for Green, and it's Damian Lee in for Thompson. Both shots good from the stripe.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Schroeder against Curry. He kicks it to Green. Shot from the wing. Green missing again. Now the Thunder with it. They're on an 11-3 run. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Noel throws it down.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
Looney down low, Noel on him. Looney kicks to Curry. Let's go. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Passes to Muscala. Now Here's Noel. The dish to Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson for the lead. And Lee pulls it down. Golden State's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Here's Ferguson. The pass to Schroeder. Pass to Muscala. Here's Ferguson. And it's Looney with the rebound. The Warriors lead it. Haskell finds Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. There's the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 15.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this time.
And the Thunder making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for the Warriors. Throws it up high and slam dunk by Noel.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Green. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Offline with his 3. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors leading by 3. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Launches a 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Now Schroeder. Passes it to Diallo. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Eric Pascal. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. That one goes. Count it. Adams has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander against Thompson. Here's Curry. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams dishes to Schroeder. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. A different look for Oklahoma City. Gallinari, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And Chris Paul subbed in for Diallo. The Warriors also with a sub. Chris is checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Curry. Thompson outside. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the chippy right there.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so Adams nails both of them. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Green dishes to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Look, I love seeing Thompson convert through contact, muscling over whatever the D throws his way.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. Schroeder outside. Off target with his 3. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead. The Thunder shooting not great, 40% for the game. Schroeder with the ball. Gallinari outside. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And the Thunder making a switch here. Dort's checked in. Six on the shot clock. Here's Paul. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
His in-between game, deadly. It's a major surprise when Paul doesn't knock that shot down.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Sinks the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And here is Paul. Now, here is Gallinari. Here's the triple. The offensive rebound. And it's Adams on the follow.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Paul. Shoots over Curry. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson passes to Green. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Dort. Up top, Adams. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Paul. Over Thompson. Here's Adams. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Chris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Green. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's an 11-point Warrior lead. Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Paul against Curry. Again, the miss by Paul. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Thompson passes to Curry. Back to Thompson. Over Paul. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 13. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. There's 1:17 left in the 4th. And Paul gets it to go in.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Gallinari against Wiggins. Paul with the ball, working on Chris. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Dort. Gallinari outside. It's stolen by Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.